I eventually published it. The session was called up because Vanguard demanded as common. And here we are again. So, Kusam, thank you. Giving us the opportunity to reflect on Nigeria's situation and marking the way forward. I would like to add one to 10 minutes to minimize the time I spend on what I wish to recognize His Excellency, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is in special today. Is represented by Dr. Pashwa, Special Advisor in Economic Matters at the Vice President. And also, which is to recognize Governor Central as also given in the address, President of Nasima, most distinguished ladies and gentlemen, including Governor, Minister of Industries, so therefore, I recognize some of you are notable mentions. Let me offer my reflection on the theme of today's discourse. We are in the midst of global economic uncertainty, and fortunately, Nigeria has a new government. Tinubu Etima administration that gives Nigeria an opportunity to look at things afresh. And they are pursuing what they have described as the unique feature of their administration. As I would like to note, I said this in the paper shortly after that since the democratic transition in Nigeria, 1999, this is the first time Democrats who struggled with democratic transition are having a bite at the presidential head. Ironically, Nigeria's transition has produced two tired, military officers who are heads of states. So you struggle quickly from the military 10 years from the 24 and on that retired military officers. This is the first time you have people who are at the forefront of the struggle occupying the country and the democratic class have not afford to fail. This is 30 years ago, and both the president and the vice president have been members of the National Assembly and the senators. Both of them have been state governors 8 years. So they are living and they can speak to, relate to the subnational, they can relate to the legislator. So they have no reason. Okay? And the rest of us should also not give them any excuse. They need to succeed, regardless regardless of the daunting task that the global reality presents. So it is in that regard I will, contribute my own, three very simple suggestions. And the first is that I see what government is doing, trying to find money which to run the government, which to maintain people's welfare, to transform this infrastructure. And that is a very simple message for them as far as fiscal reform is concerned. That the major lesson coming from the global uncertainty is that the age can rely on GDP or income to generate the resources we need to run government. Is in the past. We are facing a post-industrial transition, and the major loss in that transition that our own has declined from 600 billion. I commend everything the government is doing to transition from income to assets. And speaking more specifically, when you remove the speck of the eyes of the banks, let's remove the log in our own eyes. Because when we work with capitalized banks, and let's create more issues in their new capital, let's rebuild this house. So that behind that wall of this house, especially inflation can come down. And the economy can grow and become a country where we are sharing prosperity. Well, I understand I had just about a minute left. I want to just leave it at this point. Thank you very much for your attention.
I just appeal that you allow me to stand as a secret court. And I will not forget to speak Dr. Nika Akande, former president of Lagos Chamber of Commerce, and also the former minister of Industry, Trade and Investment. She's ever young. She's our biggest ambassador in the Chamber of Commerce. I also will not forget the man I always admire for the bit from far, Mr. Bismarck Rewani. When I saw your paper, I'm going to adopt it here so that I leave the data to you. I speak like a businessman, somebody who is affected by policies, instead of trying to engage in that mathematics and end up losing myself. I just appeal, if I have not recognized you personally, please, you are all recognized. I think we're all here to learn one or two things, but at least have it again so that we can all speak to ourselves. I would beg you not to use the Nigerian language. I want to rest from the existing protocols so that we can start first. I must first by saying, like I've said, I don't know why I was chosen. Maybe because someone felt they don't have from Nasima. And some of us are here, people don't know what Nasima is. Nasima is the umbrella body for all chambers of commerce in Nigeria. We encompass all the chambers and have 71 locations. And we have some 71 physical offices in the entire 6 states. We are one of the largest, if not the largest business in Nigeria. Because I don't know of any other private sector organization that has 71 physical offices in different places. Then we also have another set of bilateral chambers, which are part of that network. We have the Nigerian American Chamber, they are also part of that network. They also have some big companies on the Dangote who are also our corporate members. So when you look at the total strength of the SIMA, we are almost really about 71% of the economy. That is why we don't criticize people. But we know the implication. And most importantly, one of the biggest job of any chamber of commerce is to encourage foreign direct investment. We are part of this foreign association chamber of commerce worldwide convention. So each time they see something in the newspaper, they send to us for us to verify. So you know how it will look. If it's my own speech that is being sent to me, to say, is this true? So it becomes difficult sometimes for you to speak publicly. So the what we've done close times is to engage in a variety. I actually have a list which I have here, which of several letters we use to engage government and different MPAs. Like the last one I wrote to my friend the Central Bank, I wrote only 2 pages. And I got an 8-page response. I don't know what they were explaining. The question was that simple. So what I'm saying is, we do engage in policy. In fact, we wrote to Mr. President when he came to council development finance. Because we saw that we were being misused. How much was it for? In sometimes it's still about 40 and 1 back. And we told them to take the money to the development banks and also give money for commercial banks. I think you have got 400 billion. And that is very well known for one of my members who raised an LC of about $70-80 billion every month. So what we are trying to say is, they accepted the advice, and they don't use the thing in the way we want to use so that we can actually have single-digit growth. I go straight to the paper now by saying, first of all, our president came from an 8-point agenda. 8-point agenda. I'm not a politician, I'm also not here to do a referendum for president. Because I also believe to some extent, this probably a victim of some of those working for him. When you look at the policies, I want you to be the judge when I finish. Whether those agendas is consistent with the policies of some the local ministries. So this is what I want us to do as newspaper or as communication president. You should also to hold public officers to account and say, this is your boss engagement with us. Why is yours different? So that they can explain. But there's an African saying that the upfront tree is never stronger than the donor. No matter how tall you talk. So Mr. President has that power at any time to pull that or bring to the level of his policy whatever the days are doing. And these 8 agendas are well because how many young people go and I don't know how long they have. The house agenda of food security. We also have ending poverty. That's very important for all of us. Economic growth and job creation. In fact, we tell that we create 50 million jobs. Access to capital at the current CBN, NPR rate, APC rates. The banks are doing about 50% now or 5%. Even if they are doing drugs, they cannot get profit. So I don't know who they are doing it to. Improving security, rule of law, fighting corruption. These are the 8-point agendas. And we also went further to say needed national strategies, implementation, monitoring, collaboration, transparency, sectoral focus, challenges and expectations, then the economy environment. All these were part of this. And this was read by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister in their first meeting of ministers. So we're all very happy because of all the covered by it. And we will look forward to the problems. I must also confess here that Mr. President came to have very, very significant challenges in Nigeria. I mean, serious, fact, there was allegations that the previous government was actually borrowing to pay salaries. So if he did not remove the fuel subsidy on that day one, we would have had a situation where you are just taking over and the whole Nigerian guys don't witness it because there's no money to even buy diesel for the dealer. So no problem, fight for it. And I said the fuel subsidy, which was the first thing. In fact, President confessed that he did not put it in his speech, and he had to put it by himself so that when he said, don't say it, and he did it. I said, Nigeria is African, I think I'm not about three or four in the world. I've never heard any in Africa, I've never heard any government official acknowledge that Nigeria has gone down. Not one. And that's a major selling point for us. The largest economy in Africa. We went down to our own fault because our exchange rate, and then you value everything, it all matters. As we are here now, if the dollar falls, it affects all of us. Unless if you are smart enough, whether put your money in assets, whom you think will appreciate, maybe it's in cash, in naira, naturally falls. And that's how everybody across the world when they send dollars. Everybody keep buying. Market even don't need dollars, but they have to keep their value at the same time. So, and the South Africa further economies in crisis due to post-economic reforms and the currency redesign and removal of subsidies and currency flows. So these are three critical things. The first subsidy was removed. One expected central bank then on that phase of very significant policy. So they are doing now, the NPR, that have kicked in to arrest so that people don't go and borrow and create more problems. They did not. In fact, they waited 3 months before they started work. So this NPR has seen every week and every month now, going up, capital adequacy. You only started happening the last 3-4 months. So this is the challenge. As an investor, as an entrepreneur, these are issues which we must ask ourselves. I'm very happy at least we can take something back to central bank government. So with the fuel subsidy, currency fluctuation, the floating of our currency, and I must mention that the change of the currency was not by this regime. It was done by Esquire presidential candidate, Rebellion, and Godwin. Not like things we see the campaign posters. And I don't know how I managed to keep this job after that kind of campaign. Any country will get law. He won't be announced their president. So he mentioned one thing which that currency change also did. From my own research and knowledge, most of my chambers of commerce, my Kano, Katsina chambers of commerce, I have members that sell goods as far as Libya. They come with ones of dollars. They buy transformers, they buy generators, they load it and take it through Sahel. So Naira was a very big currency in that ecosystem. Almost about 3 trillion Naira business, where Naira were keeping Naira for them to use to buy goods in Nigeria. So immediately we changed our currency, what happened? They immediately had to dump the Naira and go for a CFL dollar. Just imagine that impact, and nobody has done that research of the impact of that policy change, which all of us, and if we start all of us in this room now, we may not get 500,000 in our pocket. All of us together. But the POS contract outside can give you 2 million. But nobody has asked, how do we get there? Even the banks, they don't have cash. But the people they gave the contract for their ATMs to private businesses. Sorry. Those private businesses, when they make any problems and then they don't know, the POS and those of us that used to spray, they took over that business. Nobody has cash. There's no cash. I said, look, if you go to the bank and give me 5 million, very quickly. But the people expect cash. So this is some of the issues, and I'm saying the central bank is trying to regulate them by asking them now to register corporate affairs. I don't know whether it was a proper habit when somebody is just sitting under this who does not have a chance to start from a corporate ladder where they have to engage and have to fight taxes and the man that trying to kill the business alone. But one expects that there should be a stakeholder engagement where you can bring those people in a very formal way. And start with the businessmen, not to say go and be the directors. Or beside you, that will be the director where they'll have a board meeting under the canopy. And something like the kind of policies you see. It's like somebody reading from a book in America, trying to use it in Ajebode. It won't work. So this is part of the challenges we have. So we have the inflation of the naira. And I want to say here that there are only 10 countries in the world where they freely sell their currencies. 10. When I say 10, I'm taking the EU as a country for this purpose. So you have EU, Japan, Norway, Australia, and a few others. Then you also have a set of countries who have stronger fundamentals than Nigeria. And that is Qatar, China, India, UAE. They don't sell their currency the way Nigeria sells. You know why? They don't have governance. The area of Qatar can change the price of the currency by decision. So the investor in the US will not bet on that currency because it's subject to political changes. Then here comes Nigeria with all our fundamentals. We can even pay for the goods we are importing. The central bank is still touching the people that gave them money almost 18 months to 12 months for 2.4 billion. The National Assembly yesterday, and they almost someone for the show. And we want to sell our money like EU, Euro, Japan. It's like in Enugu areas. You take one play in the league of European Union. How many goals? Don't you know the result? I understand that we need, if you are to defend the naira, you need to have a reasonable quote. But what is important is, we should know policies. Let the CBN tell us where these are wrong. What they are doing in Nigeria with our currency. Tell us which country you are using as an example so that we know probably how they sustain it. So what I'm saying is, everything is not by textbook. You have to look at your particular situation and say and do what you have to do. And I can tell you, whoever is asking them to do this, they are not doing it in their country. Every country defends their currency. You can see what America is doing to China to slow them down so that America can continue to prevail. You can see where they protect their industries. Look at what they do with who are we? Who are we to them with the biggest telecom company in the world? They're trying to use some of things. Look at what's happening to TikTok. Countries must defend their own. In Nigeria, there is nothing for the Nigerian businessman. If you doubt me, go and have a problem with a foreigner. Sorry, I'm not discriminating here. But more Lebanese guy. The guy will use his phone and tell you. Because his system does not protect his own. There's nowhere in the world you will not see the government stand first for your own people. The Dangote example is one. If it was an Indian and owned that refinery, he would prefer to sell everything abroad and make efforts. He has told you by June, I will stop the importation of petrol, PMS. So what I'm trying to say is, there is a nationalism in your own for him first to defend. Because any foreigner in Nigeria, the first rule is what I can get, declare profit and repatriate back home.